Hi, welcome back to week 47 of the J2L Lifestyle Discipleship. For the last 2 weeks, we have been talking about the great eschatological promise of God, the promise of pouring out of unprecedented release of the presence of the Holy Spirit upon the church and the increase of prophecy. Today, we're going to talk about this promise again, but primarily focus on the very last verse 32, because every time we talk about this great promise, we primarily focus upon outpouring of Holy Spirit, which is good. And we also primarily focus about the increase of prophecy. There'll be dreams, there'll be vision, signs in heavens and signs on the earth. But we actually neglected verse 32, which talks about the result of the great outpouring of Holy Spirit, which is talking about unprecedented harvest, as well as the nation of Israel cry out to the Lord, and as the people of God, the Gentile church, intercede for the nation of Israel, the Lord will deliver her. Let's read Joel 2, verse 32 together. And it shall come to pass that whosoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem there shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, among the remnant who the Lord has called. We know that this great outpouring of the Holy Spirit is in the context of at the end of the age. During the final 3.5 years of human history, just before Jesus returned, we commonly understand as end time or the Great Tribulation. And to fully understand this, we have to know what actually happened. Because during the end of the age, the final 3.5 years, Israel will be heavily persecuted by Antichrist and many anti-Semitic nations. So is the Gentile church who stand along with her, whether it's provoking her to jealousy or loving her or interceding for her. So it's going to be intense. And also that traditionally or in some area we believe that the church will be raptured during a great tribulation. I would challenge you to seriously study the Bible and see what the Bible says. The church is going to be around, primarily to partner with the Lord, and more than just partnering with the Lord, we will stand with Israel. And this promise, of course, of unprecedented harvest applies to Gentiles, unbeliever, but in the context is primarily for the nation of Israel, to the Jewish people all over nation, as they face persecution, as Antichrist is trying to capture Jerusalem. They will cry out unto the Lord, and the Lord will answer her by coming to rescue and save her, and many will turn to Jesus, who they call their Messiah, Yeshua, and they'll be delivered. More than just turning to the Lord in salvation, but they'll be delivered from the persecution and the attack of the Antichrist of trying to destroy the entire city and make the city as the capital city of Antichrist. And when you understand that, you understand why God is raising up global prayer movement right now. Because one of the main reasons why God is raising up global prayer movement is primarily to intercede for Israel at the end of the age. Of course, I say primarily, not the only. If you read Isaiah 62, verse 6 and 7, which is talking about night and day prayer, where God said, give him no rest, but cry out to him day and night, night and day, until Jerusalem is established. Really, it's in the context of Joel chapter 2, verse 32. When we cry out unto the Lord, many will be saved. Talking about Gentiles, unbeliever, as well as unbelieving Jewish people. But he will also deliver, primarily Israel will be under serious attack at the end of the time. So I pray that may this truth and may this reality really grip and strike your heart. Like what Paul said in Romans chapter 9, we will have the apostolic burden for Israel. We will cry out for her until the very promise of God for Israel will be established. But more importantly, many Jewish people around nations will turn to their Messiah. They call it Yeshua. We call it Jesus Christ. So God bless you. See you next week.